Hey, what up, boxing world? Another good weekend for boxing. We got James DeGale and Andre Dirrell on NBC live. That'll be 4:30 p.m., 4 p.m. Eastern time. So guys, stay tuned for that. Today just ended the weigh-in, the official weigh-in for DeGale and Dirrell, and give you guys my thoughts on it. It's been a while since, I shouldn't say it's been a while, it's been at least a few months since we got a nose-to-nose type official weigh-in, right? Somewhat of a aggressive weigh-in, you know what I mean? We had the Pacquiao, we had the Pacquiao Mayweather, like I said, we had Kirkland Canelo, then we had Golovkin and what's his face? Can't even remember him no more. Kirkland. No, not Kirkland. So, did Golovkin fight? Monroe. There you go, Monroe. You know, pretty much all those guys' official weigh-ins and the final stare-downs weren't as aggressive as Dirrell and DeGale. But today, about an hour ago, Dirrell indeed and DeGale went with their official weigh-in in Boston. A rowdy crowd, very loud crowd. I mean, not as many people as, you know, Pacquiao and Mayweather and Canelo and Kirkland and all those guys, but it was a pretty rowdy crowd, pretty loud crowd, very pumped up crowd, if you will. And so did the two fighters, you know, Dirrell and DeGale. Dirrell looks like he's pissed off and stuff, but DeGale, you know, I think he's in for a challenge. Obviously, DeGale's gonna be underdog. Official weigh-in at DeGale came in at 167 and 2 pounds. I'm sorry, 167 pounds and 2 ounces, and Dirrell came in at 167 pounds and 8 ounces. So just 6 ounces, about 6 ounces lighter than Dirrell. Little background on the both fighters. Let's start with DeGale, James DeGale. This guy's from England. He's a southpaw. Real name is James Frederick DeGale. His nickname is Chunky. Maybe he used to be Chunky when he was young. He's 6'5", and he's 29 years old. He's got total fights of 21, and won 20 of them. And he's got a KO of 14. So there you go, about 80-some%, right? If my math's correct. He's only lost once, no draws, no contest. So he's a good fighter. He's a good boxer. Not necessarily, you know, been in the game that long, but he's a young upcoming fighter. Maybe he started off a little older than usual fighters, like Canelo and them, Mayweather. So yeah. He's 29 years old. He's only lost once. He's got 14 KOs in his belt. And this one against Andre Dirrell tomorrow, 23 May, at Boston. They're going to be fighting for the IBF super middleweight title. All right? Like I said, Dirrell and DeGale will be fighting for super middleweight. And it's going to be fun to watch. You know, these fighters, they got some weight in them. They got some height in them. Yeah, you know, there's always going to be a weight advantages and height advantages and stuff like that. But pretty much when they faced off, their final stare down, all right, you know, Dirrell a little bit more taller, I think about maybe 4 or 5 inches taller, but it should be all right. It should be all right, you know. I see Dirrell being the more defensive on this one, but I think anything could happen, right? I think DeGale would come out pretty strong. Well, we'll see what happens. So, and then I'll make my final prediction right after this video, so you guys stay tuned for that. My pre-fight prediction of the both fighters. So, DeGale hasn't lost since 2011. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 fights. All right, he hasn't lost 11 fights. Let's just go with his last 5 fights. 3 TKOs. All right, against Peruvian guy, Gonzalez, and this other guy, Chicken, whatever, I can't pronounce that name. So yeah, he's been fighting every year. Some years he's got 3 fights. 2012 he fought 3 fighters, and he won 2 unanimous and 1 technical knockout. So he's been winning. He's been retaining his super middleweight title all the way to that guy Chicken, which he knocked out on the 11th round. And that was in England. So yeah, this guy's been fighting in England, Quebec, all over the place. So it's been a while since he fought in the U.S. As a matter of fact, he's never fought in the U.S. He's never fought in the U.S. All his fights have been out of country, out of the United States. I mean, because like I said, he's from London, England. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting because this is his first fight in the U.S. if I'm not mistaken. I don't see any of these fights. No, I don't see it. Nope, not at all. All right, well, there you go, guys. It's gonna be interesting. First fights in the U.S. You see if he can pull it off with Andre Dirrell. On the other hand, we got Andre Dirrell, American. He is nicknamed the Matrix, maybe because he's elusive, maybe because he's got those styles and techniques that just makes you wonder what he's gonna do next, right? Kind of like the Matrix, right? Very fast, very quick, maybe quick hands and stuff. He's 31 years old. Okay, he's 2 years older than DeGale. He's southpaw, like I said. He's from Michigan, so he's fighting in his hometown. They're fighting in Boston, so no. They're not fighting in Boston. They're fighting in Michigan. Okay, right. Anyways, okay. So yeah, they're fighting in Michigan. No, and they're fighting in Boston. I get y'all confused now. All right. So anyways, Andre Dirrell, the Matrix, like I said, he's from middleweight, usually at 168. He's 6'1", so he's a little 4 inches shorter than DeGale. He's got a record of total 25 fights. He's won 24 of them. He's got 16 KOs and only lost once. No draws, no contest. All right. He represented the U.S. in the Olympic Games, and so yeah, there you go, guys. But like I said, he's southpaw, and that's probably the reason why his record is like that, because he's southpaw. But the thing is, though, bros, both fighters are southpaws. So it'll be very interesting. It's been a while since I've seen both fighters southpaw. Usually it's orthodox southpaw, orthodox. But this time, both fighters are southpaw. So they pretty much have, DeGale and Dirrell, they have the same record, similar to each other. Like I said, in the 20 fights, early 20 fights, have pretty much the same KO percentage. Other one's 16 KOs, other one's 14 KOs. So, pretty same. I don't see this fight. I don't see this fight being a mismatch. We got a lot of mismatch lately. I still thought that Golovkin and Monroe was a mismatch, but a lot of people get pissed when I say that because they say, no, it wasn't. Monroe did good, did well. No, Monroe didn't do good and didn't do well. If you get knocked down twice in the second round only, you didn't do well. Regardless of what people said that, Golovkin is being criticized of, oh yeah, you couldn't finish him off, or that was an excuse to tell the fans that you just wanted to give the fans some show and not knock them out. It doesn't matter if you knock him down in the second round and 6th round. He still knocked him down twice, not only once, twice. And he gave, I wouldn't say he gave the opportunity of Monroe, but Monroe had a episode there in the 4th round. Well, he landed a lot of good shots, big shots, face shots against Golovkin. He couldn't knock him down, so it was no power there. But anyway, let's get back to DeGale and Dirrell. DeGale and Dirrell will be fighting in Boston. A good crowd. I was very happy about that because, like I said, it gets your blood pumped up when you see an official weigh-in and a final stare down like that, when the crowd is all rowdy and somewhat of aggressive official weigh-in. When they actually came close together. I mean, I don't necessarily want to see a nose-to-nose type stuff, but it helps. It helps promote the fight, right? That's what people want. Aggression, anger, and all this restitution shit. You know what I mean? So So yes, DeGale versus Dirrell. They will be fighting live 23rd of May. That'll be tomorrow, Saturday. Like I said, it's NBC, so it's 4:30 Eastern time, and that'll be the main event. And again, I'll make my fight analysis and my fight prediction right after this video, so you guys stay tuned. So there you go, guys. Dirrell versus DeGale. Should be a good match. I'm looking forward to it. Let me know what you guys think. And again, Andre Dirrell weighed in at 167 pounds and 8 ounces. And DeGale weighed at 167 pounds and 2 ounces. So, pretty even Steven to me, except for the height advantage. Record's pretty much the same. But DeGale, this is his first time fighting in the US. So, let me know what you guys think. I'll talk to you in the next video. My prediction. Till next time. Peace.